Shall I start, sir? Okay, thank you, sir. See, we were trying to understand what consumer behavior is and organizational behavior is, isn't it? Yeah. So to understand what actually a buyer needs so that we can convert them into customers, then we have to know their buying habits. Okay. And what are their priorities, right? So for that, it is utmost important for all of us to know the personality of a buyer. Then what is personality? See, personality, it signifies the inner psychological characteristics. No, that is reflected. See, you said it's a cow's personality, it's Mr. X personality. No, what it's a psychological characteristics that is reflecting on how the person is reacting to the environment, okay, or to his or her environment. So we should know about his personality because no, it shows the individual choices for no various products available in the market, various brands available in the market. Okay, so that the marketer can decide on how and when he can promote the product. Okay, so therefore no, we have to know the personality of the buyer, the personality traits of the buyer, and the theories related to buyers, so that the marketers no, can re-examine the inner relationship between personality and other psychological processes. Okay, now especially with regard to consumers attitude, motivation, and behavior. Okay, so we have to know this. Personality is one aspect, and then the other one is no, family, how the family is influencing on consumer behavior. And then we should know the social factors also, which are influencing not just social factors but also cultural factors, how they are responsible for consumer behavior. So these are the things we are going to cover today. Okay, now see, when first we have to understand personality. See, you might have seen many advertisements. You might have seen the advertisement of thumbs up. No, it is showing, see, I want my thunder. No, that is the advertisement. No, very adventurous and excitement seeker. No, those consumers who feels, then they go for this thumbs up product. Likewise, no, you have a product called Nivea. Now it is saying for men who dare to show they care. Okay, so that personality is showing that the person who uses Nivea, he will care more, right? When you see Peter England, you all might be having shirts of this Peter England garments. See, it states that, I mean, the personality of it is the honest shirt and so on. Okay, like we have Femina also, a magazine, a woman of substance, right? So these are some of the examples which shows no, the personality traits and characteristics. So these are the things which are communicated through advertising messages. Okay, so in other words, personality is nothing but a kind of perception, learning, and motivation with some specific aspects of human behavior. Okay, see, it refers to what inner, as I told you in the beginning, inner psychological characteristics, or you can call it as traits, right? Which determines how a person is responding to his environment, right? So inner psychological, they are very specific qualities, specific attitudes, or mannerism, right? That differentiates from one person to another. Okay, see, as a student, no, your qualities, your attitudes, your mannerism may differ from mine. So it's my personality and that is your personality, isn't it? So with this, we can understand that uh, personality has some characteristics or features. That is, one is it is very distinctive. Okay, from me to you, or from Mr. X to Mr. Y, right? So it has certain distinctive characteristic traits. And second one is it is a sort of integration and organization between physiological and psychological facts of a person. So it's an integration. Physiologically, the height, weight, and all these things, and psychological, his attitude, his mannerism, and also it's an integration between these physiological and psychological facts. Okay. Third one is each person. Remember that each person has unique nature. Yeah, we all know, no, everybody in the world. See, even no twins doesn't have their thumb impression the same. Okay, so they are unique in nature. God has created each person in a very unique way. Okay, and fourth one is the personality is something which we get habitually, and it is associated to a particular individual, right? Now, personality, fifth one is personality relates to certain mannerism, certain behavior, some characteristic traits. Okay, so we'll move further and know each characteristic of personality. See, as I told you, each individual is unique. Personality, it refers to his internal as well as his external qualities. Okay. Then it is particularly associated to persistent qualities of an individual. Each individual has certain feeling, isn't it? And some permanent traits and some permanent qualities, right? Next is personality. It represents a dynamic orientation of organism to environment. See, each person is living in an environment, right? It internal environment and external environment. So they definitely would be influencing them. All right. Now, a person in Kashmir is different from a person in Telangana, right? Because the environment differs from that place to this place, right? Okay. Then personality is greatly influenced by social interaction. See, you have interactions with your family members, your spouse or brother or siblings, and, mama, papa, in-laws, and all in the house, and then in a college or in a school, friends and all. If you go to a community, religious heads or community heads you'll have, so you have different type of social interactions, so they are influencing your personality, right? Likewise, now we have another characteristic of personality, that is it represents a unique organization of persistent, dynamic, and social predisposition. See, that is no it is, we can say it's an integrated one between, I said no previously, that's physiological and psychological integration. Okay, that is because of the organization in which he is residing, right? And it differs from man to man. then what actually are the factors which are affecting personality? So this is our next topic of discussion, right? Or rather lecture, we can say. No, basically you remember that there are three factors. One is biological factor, and the second one is family factor, and third one is situational factor. Now when we look into biological factors, okay, it is utmost one, yeah, because internal characteristics, attitudes, mannerism, no, that is all biological in nature. It comes through heredity, the brain and the physical stature, right? So that's through the genes, from your father or mother, and also therefore it is no biological one. So personality gets influenced by biological factor, which comes from hereditary or the brain or a physical stature and all. Okay, now see, for example, hereditary plays a very important role in determining a person's temperament, okay, than determining their values and ideas. When if he's very angry and all, oh, his papa also is like that, we just say that, no? So it is how the biological factor is influencing a person, right? Second one is family factor. See, we know family and social factors, they are very important and they shape up individual's personality. See, when he is going to a school, his family, Hindu culture or Sikh culture, or a Muslim culture or a Christian culture, he learns at home. And then when he goes to a school, he learns about patriotism, right? All those things, right? So it gives a shape to our individual's personality. So therefore, family factors also play an important role in affecting his or her personality. Okay, next is situational factors. Right. Now, situational factors, they affect, for example, effect of environment or personality. It's very quite strong, no? Knowledge, skill, and language acquired by a person, and that can be modified as a learned modifications, right? Then that can be passed on to the children, then the children again to their children, right? Through their personal effort or experience or interaction, all right, with the environment. Okay, so situational factors. Situation may potentially have a very good impact on the actions and expressions. So it depends, situational. Okay, how he reacts to it. Now, see, we have different types of personalities. Now, what actually this personality type is? So, in simple words, habits. Okay, it refers to habits, attitudes. Okay, physical traits. Okay, and know how he is in a society. So, all that together we call them as personality type. So in this, we have divided into different categories. Many psychologists, many theorists, they have defined in different ways, right? One is type A personality and type B personality. It is uh, uh, totally based on personality only. So type A personality, they are the people who are stress prone, okay, and they are concerned with time and time management. So they are very ambitious, they are very rigidly organized, hardworking, anxious, highly status conscious, and they are hostile and aggressive. Okay, these are the people, type A people. So we can say, these people are type A. What actually they are very competitive and they are self-critical. Okay, they strive for goals without paying much attention to what to efforts and accomplishments. So these are the people, these are the characteristics who come under type A personality. Then we move to type B personality. See, type B personality, they are less prone to stress. They are very easygoing and no, they are not hardworking people. They work very steadily, okay? but they enjoy achievement. Okay, and no, not so ambitious, but modest. We can say modest ambition, and they live in the moment, the present moment. They live full on. Okay, full on masti of that particular time. Okay, so they are very social. They are very creative people. They are thoughtful people. Okay, so they all are type B personality. Now, next, when we categorize the personality types according to Carl Jung, okay, what he has done is he has divided these personality types into extraverted and introverted personalities. Okay, extraverted uh, uh, personality. Uh, they are sensible, thinking, and judging. Whereas introverted, they are intuitional, okay, and they have some feelings and they are perceiving things in a different way. Okay, so we have this extroverted and introverted personality types according to Carl Jung's. Okay, so sensing versus intuition, that is two functions of judging, thinking, and feeling, judging and perceiving, right? So that is Carl Jung's. Next, we have Myers-Briggs personality types. So he has given, based on 16 personality types, he has said that ESTJ. Okay, ESTJ is nothing but E stands for extroverted, S for sensing, T for thinking, J for judging. Okay, then I for introvert, N for intuitive, F for feeling, and T for perceiving. We'll look after extraversion or introversion. See, the first we will pair it. Okay, extraversion and the introversion. This first pair of styles is concerned with individual's energy. If one prefers to direct energy to deal with people, to deal with things, to deal with the situations, or to deal with external environment, or you can call it as outer world, then the preference is for extraversion. And if they feel vice versa of that, or you can say opposite of it. If one prefers to direct energy to deal with ideas, to deal with information, to deal with explanations or beliefs, right? Then and they deal with inner world, okay, then we call it as a introversion. Okay, extroversion, introversion. The next pair of personality given by Meyer is sensing and intuition. See, this sensing and intuition, see, if a person prefers to deal with facts, okay, and have a clarity of what he has seen, what he has sensed and all, then we call it as sensing. Okay, he uses all the five sense organs and he prefers to deal with all facts, truths and all. Whereas if one is feeling or prefers to deal with ideas and he tries to look to the unknown, okay, to generate new possibilities, then we call it as intuition. Okay, intuition. Next pair is thinking and feeling. Now here, if one is preferring to decide on the basis of objective or logic, okay, and in an analytical approach, why this, why that, why not this, and in an analytical way he starts doing thinking and deciding, then we call it as a thinking personality type. Okay, and if he prefers to decide using values, okay, or beliefs, then we call it as feeling, right? And the last pair given by Meyer is judgment and perception. See, if you prefer your life to be planned, well structured, then it is judging. And if you prefer to go with the flow, okay, as it comes, let me go, right? And to maintain a flexibility, you just change according to situations and you respond as they come to any situation. Then we call it as perception. So these are the different pairs of personality types given by who? Yeah, Myers-Briggs. Then now see, to understand it further, we'll make a model, isn't it? So that we have an idea. See, if you construct a new house also, you'll just make a model of it. Now, where the kitchen should be, where the bathroom should be, where the reading room should be, where should I keep my refrigerator, and also you'll have a model so that you have a thorough knowledge of how your new house would look like. No, that we call it as a model. So here or it depends on the theory also. So like that, we have some theories of personality or models of personality, we can say. And these are no psychoanalytical theory. We call it as Freud's theory also, because he proposes. Now that is number one. And number two is socio-psychological theory. And the third one is trait theory. Okay. So we'll just see what these theories are dealing with and what they are telling us. See, psychoanalytical theory, the other name given to it is Freud's theory, because it's given by Sigmund Freud. His theory is very famous. Now he stresses on the unconscious nature of personality. Okay, unconscious nature of personality, which comes because of childhood conflicts. Okay, so according to this, he had divided the human personality system into three: id, ego, and superego. Okay, and conflicts are derived from these components: id, ego, and superego. What is this id? ID, right? Id. It's a source of psychic energy. Okay, psychic energy, which seeks immediate gratification for biological and institutional need. Now, for example, you feel, oh, no, like I'm feeling hungry. Yeah, I need this. No, I'm feeling thirsty. So it's a biological and instinctual need, right? Like hunger, sex, or self-preservation. So it's a concept, which is a warehouse of primitive and impulsive drives for which individuals seek immediate satisfaction. So when you're hungry, you'll have either Maggie or roti chapati or something, or rice and something, right? So immediately you'll satisfy that. Okay. So that is the id. It basically operates on one principle, that is directing behavior to achieve pleasure and to avoid pain. Okay. Yeah, achieve pleasure and avoid pain. That is based on this id personality type is or theory. No, it is okay. It is very entirely unconscious with no objectivity, right? Next is ego. Now it is individuals self concept. Okay, which is no manifestation of objective reality, as he develops after the interaction with the external world. See, ego it always manages the conflicting demands of id and superego. So that's why it's kept in middle. Id is first and then superego is last. In between these two categories, you have this ego. Okay, see, when a child manages these conflicts, then he determines an adult personality, right? So defense mechanisms are the strategies that the ego uses to reduce tensions here. Especially this theory is saying it. Ego manages the conflicting demands of both id and superego. Then we'll have a superego stage, which tells us that it's a individual's internal expression. It's an internal expression of society's moral and ethical codes of conduct. See, in society, you should be like this, you should not do like this is there, no, dowry is not like that. Ethical codes of conduct of a society, accordingly, you will follow. So, its role, no, especially is to see that individual satisfies in a socially acceptable situation. Okay, it's a kind of break, we can say, that inhibits the impulsive forces of the id. So these are the three things the personality system or human personality system consists of. So whole system consists of id, ego, and superego. Then we have another theory which is stating as, which is saying that, or we can say it is a socio-psychological theory. Now, see, it's a combination of individual and society. Now, what this theory is saying, that individual and the society, they are interlinked. Okay, they are changed. Okay, they are interlinked. Right? Now, what this type of personality is developed when an individual, he learns, okay, he learns to cope with basic anxieties, okay, that come from a parent child relationships. Okay, so in this, no, Karen Horney is one who has proposed, no, from this three, no, parent child relationships, three different personality types. One is complaint, the second one is aggressive, and the third one is detached. See, complaint, no, those individuals who move towards others, they desire to be loved, they desire to be wanted, they always want to be appreciated. So this category is complaint. Second one is aggressive. So those who individuals who move against others, they desire to accept, they desire to win no, praises, laurels, admirations, right? They desire that, so they are aggressive in nature. Then those, no, those individuals who move away from others, they are detached, they desire independence, they want self-sufficiency. I know they are free from, they want, no, from freedom from any obligations, any duties, or any responsibilities. So these are the three proposed individuals, or you can say personality groups, given by Karen Horney. Okay, and the third theory is trait theory. Trait theory has been used, you know, in most of the cases, because it's a quantitative approach. Okay, trait theory, no, it always focuses to understand personality by categorizing, or by, you know, dividing, we can say, attitudes and specific types of behavior into traits, right? These traits, they describe a tendency of a person to think, feel, behave in a particular way. Okay. See, what exactly is a trait? Trait is a distinguishable, relatively enduring way in which one individual differs from another. Okay. See, I maybe go, no, very fond of reading and all, but you may not be. So it's a trait, no, which is distinguishing between you and me. All right. So it's a trait, right? For example, socially relaxed style, or amount of internal control, right? Uh, these are some of the things, no, traits like. Okay. So traits relevant to consumer behavior, we have five: innovativeness, materialism, self-conscious, need for cognition, and frugality. We'll see one after the other. Innovativeness. See, it's a degree to which a person likes to try new things, innovative things, always novel things, we can say, innovativeness. Okay, he tries always to have and try again and again new things, innovativeness. Materialism, see, the person who emphasizes on acquiring and owning products. Okay, owning, I should have this, I should have a car, I should have a car with a rooftop, I should have an SUV with a rooftop, right? A branded one, I should have possessed this thing in my kitchen, all no microwave and refrigerator, good chimney and all. So material tries to collect all the materials. So his focus is on owning products. Next is self-conscious. Okay, this is when a person deliberately monitors and controls his self-image that is projected to others. When see we have one face at home and the other face showing to the society. So he always try to maintain that self-image which he has shown outside. Okay, so he's very self-conscious. Next is need for cognition. Is the fourth trait relevant to consumer behavior I'm talking about. Okay, so need for cognition, it is the degree to which a person likes to think about a thing and tries to seek the brand information. Okay, he tries whether he want or not, that's a different issue, but he tries to collect the data regarding all the brands. He wants to show himself to the friends and all that he knows the brands, no luxurious brands and modest brands and all. Okay, next is frugality. Frugality are the persons who always deny short-term purchasing, whims and fancies. Okay, they choose very resourcefully to use what they have already owned. So frugality is there. So these are the personality traits. Now, next topic of our interest is how personalities, we have known what is personality, what are the theories, how the factors are influencing and all. Now, how this personality will influence consumer behavior. See, we can understand this in some points. Number one is consumer innovativeness. Second one is dogmatism. Third is optimum or stimulation level, variety, novelty seeking, social character. So in this way, we can understand how personality is influencing consumer behavior. See, we'll move with consumer innovativeness. Say innovation always, no, it's a risk oriented. When you try something new, risk is involved in it because there will be easy acceptors of the new products and services. There won't be any, and they only if both marketers and consumers are equally gain from the right innovation. Okay, then only it is possible. So consumer researchers, they have to measure different with different instruments to understand this level of consumer innovativeness, especially the boundaries of consumers' willingness to innovate. Okay, then marketer can design a strategy. Next is dogmatism. See, dogmatism, it's a personality trait which will indicate the degree of rigidity individuals display. When something which is unfamiliar to them or towards information which is contrary to their own established beliefs, they don't buy it. Dogmatism, right? They display, if they are not familiar with any product or brand, they will not buy it. Okay. So the person who is high on dogmatism will approach the unfamiliar defensively and decide on the worthiness of the products and services. Okay. Next is optimum stimulation level. Consumer researchers, they have examined a relationship between personality traits and the differences in the stimulation, which in turn is related to consumer behavior. Okay. That is, researchers high optimum stimulation levels with consumers who display more willingness to take risk, try new products, be innovative and all. So they'll just see a level where they feel that it is optimum for them. Okay. Next is variety, novelty seeking consumers. See, name itself is saying they want a variety, but they want a novel one. Yeah, they want to explore newer brands or they obtain information about new alternatives. Okay. They look for no different novel alternatives, variety, novelty seeking consumers. And the last one is social character. It is no close related with social cultural environment. Okay. Here we have, for example, the inner directed consumers. They prefer for ads which stresses on product features and personal benefits, enabling them to self-evaluate and use a product, isn't it? Right? So advertisements playing a vital role in deciding whether the consumer is inner directed and all, and then he judges that, and accordingly he'll buy the product. Next, we have another concept called brand personality. You know, these days it's becoming very popular. Personal brand, brand loyal, brand satisfaction, and all, right? So this is as a consumer, no, as a marketing student, you should know what a brand personality is. See, it refers to human characteristics associated with a brand. It's something to which a consumer can relate, okay, by having consistent of set of traits associated with the brand. Now, for example, with the help of some frequent advertising, consumer tend to see Volvo as no, representing safety, BMW as a performance driven, Nikeno as an athlete, no, athlete in us. So a brand personality, it can be functional or symbolic. Or customers, they are more likely to purchase such items. Okay, in which they see some types of brand personalities, like excitement, okay, free, spirited, youthful. Yeah. Then they see sincerity, no, rough and tough, no, ruggedness, or competence, successful or accomplished. Then sophistication, no, elegant, prestigious, or sometimes even no, pretentious, we can say. So these are the various types of brand personalities. We'll take some examples, okay, top brands and their personality. See, when we take Apple, okay, when we just say no, sophistication. Oh, do you have an Apple laptop? Oh, wow. So sophistication. So even though Apple is a technology company, its brand is very sophisticated. Now, when we look at the second brand, that is Nikkei, we say excitement. Nikkei as a person would be very exciting, provocative, spirited, cool, innovative, no, very health, and he thinks about fitness and also that's why his shoes and all this, Nikkei, he's using Nikkei. Wow. Then third one is Tesla. The personality of Tesla is excitement and both excitement and sophistication. Okay, courageous, charismatic, spiritual personality. Then Volvo, sincerity and competence. Hallmark. Hallmark, no, if gold items they are with Hallmark, that show that sincerity is there. There's no cheating in it. Yeah? Likewise, no, Amazon. So Amazon, again, sincerity and competence, or you can say very reliable, very caring personality, or very sincere one, right? Amazon. Then we talk about Red Bull personality. Again, is excitement. Okay, Rolex, we say competence and sophistication. So this is how personality, brand personalities are. Okay. Then we'll move to psychographics. Usually from the examination point of view also, you come across this in a short bit, that is psychographics. What is this? It is nothing but it is a study of consumers' personalities based on AIOs. Okay, A for activities, I for interest, and O for opinions. So when you are studying the personality of a consumer based on these three activities, interests, and opinions, then we call it as psychographics. Okay. by which we can classify people, right? Now, for example, we can classify a group of people using no demographic data like age, gender, race, okay? And this psychographic, no, it focuses on attributes like customer emotions, customer values, customers' attitudes. Okay, like this. So marketers know what they have to do. They have to combine this demographic data and the psychographic data so that they can have a holistic view of a consumer. Okay, how he is doing all these things and all in a detailed way he can study. So that's why most of the surveys, social sciences people, researchers, what they do is they collect the data of demographic data also, and some personality related, perception level related, satisfaction level related, attitudinal related data they'll collect, and then they'll try to cross find this relationship between these two. Okay, so that they can have a wholesome view of a consumer. Okay. Next is family influence on consumer. See, we know family, it's a major influencer on consumer behavior because every member in the house is a consumer, right? Do you all agree? Yeah. Okay. So family, or we can call a household unit, in consumer behavior we have to know because for the two reasons. One is many products are purchased by household unit. For example, a family soap, okay, a fan, a refrigerator. So whole family unit will buy that product. Second one is individuals buying decisions. Okay. Second one, individuals in the house. No, if they want a shaving cream, one person in a in the family want his own shaving cream. Then any personal care item, then he'll buy it. Okay, right. So family is influenced by two variables. Remember, family is always influenced by two variables. One is structural variables, whether it is a joint family or a nuclear family, right? So a structure of a family is one variable, and the second variable is sociological variables. Okay, that is how adaptability is there in the members of a family. Okay, so sociological variables. We'll see structural variables. See, families include age of the head of the family, the married people, how many married people are there, married with children or married with no children, and how, whether they are employed or they're no agriculturalist or whatever, no, the employment status of it. So if there are more number of children, then there is a demand for clothing, demand for food, demand for furniture, demand for medical care, demand for education and all, right? So structural variable is also affecting the consumption of products. Okay. Next is sociological variables. To understand this, we should know cohesion, adaptability, and communication. See, when we say cohesion is an emotional bounding. Okay, a kind of bounding between each member of the family. If they are very close, if they are very, they have a feeling of emotions with each and every member, then a sense of connectedness will be there. If not, separativeness will be there, right? So cohesion. Then adaptability, it's an ability of the family to change its power structure. If the grandfather has become old and is bedridden, then grandma may take, or the first child of the family may take. So power structure may change, the relationships may be changed. If you have no city metro based daughter-in-law into a joint family, the situation would be different. No, whether there is an adaptability by the no remaining persons and the daughter-in-law, herself, right? So that is adaptability. Next is communication. It's a facilitating dimension, we can say, critical to movement, and we have either positive communication or a negative communication. So positive, like no empathy, no very no quite good at listening to the problems of others, supporting each and other. So positive, no positive communication. Then that will definitely help the members to share and adapt to changing needs. Okay, changing needs of the family. Okay, if it is negative communication, like double messages, gossips, or double binds, or criticisms, pulling legs of each another, each member, and all, then there is a ability, of minimizing, of sharing of feelings, because they don't share their feelings. No, uh, I mean, very freely. They won't share the feelings. They restrict themselves, and also negative communication will also be there. Okay. So further, if we want to know how family is influencing consumer, we have to know the functions of the family. Okay, functions of the family. Number one is economic well-being, emotional support, suitable family lifestyles, and family member socialization. Okay, economic well-being. So providing financial support to its dependents is a basic function. The family members' roles and capability, no, capability to provide finances has direct bearing on the purchase by individuals as well as the family. If there is no traditional role is there, a husband has some economic power and just wife is a homemaker, then definitely economic role of the children will be changing. No, availability of money will be in the hands of only few members, only the male. Okay, then no new category of products like no Zomato type, no, ordering online, online shopping. No, these will not be possible because the economic power is in the hands of the head of the family or few, and economic well-being will not be there, right? Then emotional support. Suppose if you are providing emotional support, love, affection, intimacy, to its members, then it will be easy for the parents to convince and parents to convince to the children or and all. Okay, now see, now because of these, nowadays even TV channels, they have started no dance program channels, kids oriented programs, business oriented programs. So whoever is interested in that, they can switch on to that and they can see. Okay, so emotional support, suitable family life cycle. Okay, now see, if the increase in the number of married women working outside the home, then it may reduce the time they have available for household chores. Then what they do, they may go for fast food restaurants, or they may no order online through Zomato or Swiggy, or likewise, and they may plan for a package tours, right? So these are the changing family lifestyles nowadays. Okay, next is socialization of children. See, socialization skills like mannerism, goals, and other qualities, they, if they are imparted to a child directly through instruction, and indirectly through observation of the behavior of parents and older siblings, so there would be an occurrence of no of selecting the same product for the family. Okay, so socialization process, it will take place across different cultures. So therefore marketers know what they have to do. They often have to target parents for assistance in task of socializing pre-adolescent children, through specific programming, specific designing and all, so that uh, they can cater to the needs and requirements of the children in the family. Then we'll see family has a unit we have seen. Now the member, how he influences in a buying of products by the family. Okay, he can be an influencer, he can be a gatekeeper, he can be a decider, he can be a buyer. Okay, or maintainer, user, preparer, disposer. Okay. So we were looking about the different roles played by the members in the family. Now, first one is he'll be an influencer. See, usually the teenager or an no, just adulthood child in the family, he may give you a clue of what are the brands available if you are thinking to buy a car. Okay, so he will be influencing the decisions to the family. So he is acting as a influencer. And the second one is he would also be acting as a gatekeeper. So those family members who control the flow of communication about any product, then what they do is they favor or influence the family to buy a particular product of their choice. Okay, see if a teenage boy he wants a racing bike, then the parents may withhold because of the uh, 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 destructive things when he takes a racing bike. Okay, they'll fantasize that accident may occur, so they would act as a gatekeeper, right? Then decider, family members who have economic power in the family, they become the decider in the family. They, with their power, with their authority, with their money, they will be deciding the product what a family needs. Next is buyer. So a housewife may be the person who actually buys all the foodstuffs, all the rations, or all the toiletries and all, but consumed by the whole family. So she is the decider for all these. So she is the buyer. So as a marketer, you are supposed to know how the buyer is influencing your product. Okay, accordingly, a strategy has to be planned. Then we come across no preparer. Preparer is those family members who transform and prepare the product. For example, housewife, he may prepare a family meal. Okay, so raw vegetables or lentils or spices or oil or any other ingredients, then she is a preparer, right? Then user, who consumes a particular product, right? So mobile phones, tabs, clothes, they are used individually, so they are individually users. Then maintainer, for example, individuals who take care of recharging mobile phones, broadband, set-up boxes, like Tata Sky and all, or washing machines, air conditioners. Then they are all other consumer durables and all. They have to be maintained properly so that they take care of the servicing of the product. And last one is disposal. Now, timely and appropriate disposal of some products, especially medicines, food products, and other pollutants, they have to be disposed because it's a risk if it is exposed in the house. So you have to be very careful in disposing those items. So here they play a role of a disposer as well. Okay, so with this, we'll wind up class today and we'll meet tomorrow. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the patience listening.